family took a girls' trip to New York. Girls' trip!
Yeah.
Ladies! Make some noise if you were on that girls' trip. Girls' trip! It was me and my mom and all my aunts and all of my girl cousins. And I had never been in New York before. And my Aunt Pam leaned over to me and she said, "Do you think you'll ever live here?" Do you remember this conversation? I said, "No." What a fool I was. Anyway, so we saw quite a few Broadway shows, but one of the first ones that we saw was Fun Home. And it is a show about, for those of you who don't know it, it's a show about a woman who, when she's 19, realizes that she's a lesbian. And I was so profoundly impacted by the piece of theater when I was 16, and I couldn't figure out why. I just thought it was so beautiful. Janine Tesoro wrote the music with Lisa Crone on the lyrics in the book, based on a graphic memoir by Alison Bechdel. And it was one of the most beautiful things that I ever seen in my life. And so I saw it in 2016 when it won the Tony for Best Musical. I went back the next year to see it on Broadway again, and then I saw it the next year on tour, and I saw it the next year on tour, and then the next year I was in it. Part of me is convinced, and maybe Bridget can attest this, it was the fact that I never shut up about this musical that made my college end up doing it. And on the day of my audition, I was so nervous. It's like, I have to get this part. I have to get this part. I threw up like 4 times that day because I was so nervous. And it was between me and Natalie Watkins. And I was like, what if I don't get this? What if I don't? And I waited all day for the cast list to come out, all day. Because it was like not a normal cast list. It was something that was so special to me. And by then, I had come out and I had something happen to me that was very similar to what I talk about in the song. And I was sitting on my bed at 9 p.m. with the lights off when I get the email that I got cast in this part that I had wanted for so long. And so I thought, when I brought all these people in this room to talk about theater and to talk about where I'm going and where I've come from, that I had to include this, even though it doesn't really fit the rest of the stuff. So this is a song called Changing My Major.